One would think the ANC losing power in critical metros, the jostling for positions of power would cease. However, the battle has been intense as conferences have been reduced to just voting, whilst adopting credentials has become a mammoth task. A province that was once a flagship of quality, intellectually driven and sober party members has become a shadow of its former self and lost all of its metros. Gauteng Chairperson David Makhura says the Ekurhuleni Regional Conference does not resemble the African National Congress.
Let me tell you, comrades, when you walk around here, you can't think that this is a gathering of the ANC. It's like a war zone. This must make us ashamed as ANC members. The atmosphere and the environment around this conference is like a war zone. I see arms. I see the sort of things that happening around the vicinity of the conference. That says to me, this is not a conference of the ANC. We must be ashamed.
The diagnostic report of former ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe described the ANC membership as intellectually and ideologically bankrupt. Some ANC conferences since the 2018 KZN Provincial Conference, Eastern Cape 2022 Conference and eThekwini Regional Conferences have all failed to discuss policies and go to commissions. Ekurhuleni has now followed suit.
The comrades in Sidibeng, let me tell you, so they had started already today with their discussions. Leadership, we know leadership is important, but leadership elections can't be the be-all and end-all around which the organization must die. If I don't get the people that I want elected, blood must spill on the floor. If I don't get my way, blood. What kind of ANC is that? If we have differences on who must be elected, we can't turn ourselves into enemies. If we have a disagreement on one particular issue, we can't turn this organization into a place of warfare. So these comrades in Sidibeng have something to teach us. You know, Gauteng province used to be a province that was envied.
Political analyst Professor De Kotse says the battle over credentials has negatively affected the quality of discussions that comes out of ANC conferences.
It is something which we can take back to at least the time of the National Conference of the ANC in 2017, where there was also an extensive debate about it and took up much of the conference's time. The consequence of this is that there's normally very little time left to talk about or to discuss resolutions, especially on policy matters. And that has direct consequences for the upcoming National Policy Conference of the ANC at the end of July.
The ANC is set to hold its policy conference in June. However, the party is faced with some provincial and regional conferences failing to discuss issues pertaining to the difficulties facing South Africa. Samkele Masego, SABC News, Johannesburg.